So for the second day in a row, the state of Connecticut has reported no new COVID-related deaths. That is a big positive. So these latest numbers do show that 127 people tested positive across the state. However, here's the deal. There is a discrepancy over some of these test results. So joining me now to talk about it is Acting Health Commissioner Dr. Deidre Gifford. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
So no new deaths in Connecticut for 2 days in a row. That is a huge accomplishment. How is the state making sure that that stays the course and preventing a second wave?
It is very good news. And the most important thing we can do to stay the course is what the residents of Connecticut have been doing all along, which is to comply with the governor's executive orders around mask wearing, social distancing, and all of the slow reopening that we have done in Connecticut. One of the reasons that we stand out, I think, is because we have been so slow and careful in our reopening. We haven't reopened bars, for example. Our restaurants are mostly outdoor dining with limited indoor capacity. All of those things, plus the mask wearing, has really helped us control this. Plus, a shout out to all of our wonderful healthcare workers who have worked so hard in our hospitals and long-term care facilities to take such good care of the residents that were impacted.
Absolutely. But I do have to say there's a little bit of a red flag here because the state's public health lab did detect a testing flaw, which led to false positive test results for a whole lot of seniors. So what is being done to correct that?
Yes, we did detect that flaw last week, and we have corrected that in our lab. All of the facilities and residents that were impacted have been notified and are undergoing retesting. We've also notified our colleagues at the Food and Drug Administration, which oversees the laboratory tests, and we've notified the CDC and all of the other state laboratories in Connecticut that use this equipment.
Okay, so, like New York and New Jersey, people traveling to Connecticut from hot spots are being ordered to quarantine for 2 weeks. I want to understand how your particular state is tracking this, because I know New York is trying to get people to fill out forms as they arrive on airplanes. This is hard because there's some 31 hotspot states so far, and those numbers do continue to change. How can you possibly track all these folks coming in, and are you?
Well, so the governor just issued a new executive order this week, which does require all travelers entering Connecticut from the impacted states to fill out this form. It's available online. There will be signage at all of our points of entry with a little code that you can hold your cell phone up to that will take you directly to the form online. We've also put the form at all of our ports of entry on the highways, and we'll be putting them in train stations. And this is a mandatory quarantine order now, so we do expect individuals arriving here from the impacted states to comply. And we'll be reminding them and doing periodic checks if they come to our attention, and enforcing this if necessary.
Yeah, it's mandatory, but I imagine for a lot of folks it may be difficult to really try to enforce, although you say you will. So school starts in a little over a month. Is your department involved in this reopening plan, and what are you suggesting to keep children safe?
Yes, we have been working very closely with the governor's office and Commissioner Cardona and our State Department of Education on the reopening plan for schools. The governor's concern, Commissioner Cardona's and my own, is to make sure that our reopening plan is as safe as it can be for our students, our faculty, and staff. Of course, that's our number one concern. And their health and well-being in getting back to school, we also know, is important. So we've been working with them on a large variety of the parts of the plan, including mask wearing for students, cleaning and disinfecting, social distancing, class scheduling, buses. It's a long list, and we're continuing to work and to listen to teachers, to families, to residents about their views on safe reopening.
All right, we'll be watching it very closely. There's a lot to come, but in the meantime, congratulations on no new coronavirus deaths. That is a huge accomplishment, and hopefully it stays the course for quite some time. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.